Hey guys, welcome to episode 16 of Let Me Ask You This. Today I have back my good friend Johnny. This is part 2 of Zombies. If you guys haven't seen part 1, go watch part 1. Otherwise, you will be confused. Probably not, because this episode we're talking about survival. So if you don't want to watch part 1, that's okay. I still don't like you for not watching one of my videos. That's how that goes for me. But Johnny, how you doing this fine evening?
I'm good. How about you?
I cannot complain. Not a zombie again. Little throwback to last episode. That's why I said watch it, because jokes travel. So,
Even if they're bad.
yes, even if they're bad, those are the best ones. No, they're not. They're bad. So, anyways, last episode we talked about all the different types of zombies. We talked about the Walking Dead zombies, 28 Days Later, I Am Legend. Then we got into video games. We talked about Dying Light, Left 4 Dead, Nazi zombies, or zombies if you're PC, because they want to do that now. Calling somebody a Nazi is a bad thing.
Well, they're not really a Nazi. I guess I can understand the repercussions of it.
Yeah, but it's Call of Duty. They're Nazi zombies. That's what they've
Dude,
always been.
I'm a guy personally who used to be called Nazi all the time in high school, so
But you are not.
that's why
Clarification.
I don't know how the hell they want to call me a Nazi when I was hanging out with people of different races.
PC principle. That's all I have to say about that. Anyways, back to zombies, not getting political. Um, so this episode, we're going to talk about survival. And the main reason why I want to talk about survival is because we all know one person that whenever zombies get brought up, they'd be like, oh, I'd last forever. Zombies would never take me out. Yada, yada, yada. I'm the man. You're not. I'm sorry about my cat if you hear a meow. She's meowing right now. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. She's vocal.
You want to know what I have to say about that one guy that does that? When we're running, I'm going to take his leg out.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm not going to use a bullet. I'm just going to take out a knife and like slice the muscle right there so he falls. Now, actually, no, we got the big mouth cocky guy who gets people killed gone. And on top of that, I get away.
Yeah, so, and that's another thing we're going to talk about weapons. What type of weapons to use during zombie apocalypse. If it would be better to live in the city or in the country. So, yeah, we're just going to get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to say about survival is get a book. They make books about survival, guys. It's crazy. So I'm actually about to purchase a couple survival books because I like being prepared. Um, Not just my nature. I always like being prepared. So pretty much in survival books, make sure before you buy them, make sure they have good content in them. So my cat's on my table. So yep, there's that. Um, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is weird, but no editing. Doing it live. Um, so when it comes to survival books, make sure that they have um what type of what type of berries you can eat. Um,
All that type of stuff, yeah.
yeah, like all the different stuff between berries, leaves. Um, Make sure you have a book that can teach you tracks because most zombie apocalypse we discussed don't affect animals. Um, so
Learn a little something about hunting.
yeah, learn a little about hunting. Um, Learn how to use a bow because
Or about
bows.
CrossFit.
Yeah, well, a crossbow.
Work with that because they have a little bit more knowledge about maybe a rifle than a bow.
Yeah, because as we talked about before, guns might be able to attract zombies, so you don't want a lot of sound.
A little fun fact between a crossbow and a bow: if it was in a more of a situation when speed comes down to it, you might want to use the bow
Yeah, they're
because
quicker.
as someone who was an experienced crossbow user over the years now, crossbows can take some difficulty reloading. Now
Yeah.
you have to stop. Some bows, it doesn't take much to penetrate human skull if you're using something propelled like that. But neither that, no. One of the crossbows I had was 150, no, 107. I had one that was 170 pounds drawback weight. Stopping to do that while you have maybe 5, 10 people trying to eat you might be a little bit stressful.
Yeah, and Hawkeye, how fast he can just like pull out bow and
Yeah,
arrows.
but most people aren't especially trained assassins.
Oh, become a trained assassin. Step 1 to survival: become a trained assassin with bows, just bows.
Well, yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, I got this 50 caliber sniper rifle that can take down somebody from over a mile away. But yeah, I'm gonna use the bolt instead.
Where I have to be about 30 feet out.
Well, you can. Well, that's the thing, though. Especially if you're hunting with a bow, usually you can take down a deer about 30 yards away, maybe 40. It will run away a little bit for you people that are not experienced hunters. No, because deer are actually pretty tough.
So, when it comes to talking about weapons, right?
Oh yeah, weapons.
Oh, well, we're talking about the book at first. Yeah. So, they make different books. Read up, prepare, always. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten an MRE. For my military followers. They're not that bad. I've gone a week with eating MRVs. I know people who've gone months eating MRVs. They are a little pricey, but God, they make good ones. Chili Mac, best one.
But your Vietnam vets would say otherwise.
Okay, boomer.
All right, man, I just had to do it, man. I'll tell you sometime. But well, no, when I think about survival in any type of situation, no, you gotta think about the essentials: food, water, shelter, and weaponry.
Yes, that is exactly
You
what.
basically you go down to those basic categories now. Water is not much of a difficulty in the area where no I live no because and I'm not talking about being in the city. I'm talking about being more in the woods
Yep.
because the rocks in the not gonna say the state that I live in, but they work as a natural filter for the most part.
Yeah.
But on average, a lot of places you're going to have to boil water that's basic knowledge, or basically knowing just how to clean out all the gunk. I can filter out a lot of water actually just using a flannel if it has a lot of like debris in it.
Mm-hmm.
Needed that, no, after that, is boil it. I needed that collect rainwater, which is probably going to be the best way, most simplest. But near that, now, if we talk about food wise, when it comes to eating plants and stuff, really, you have to be knowledgeable of what's in your area.
Yeah, and that's why some of these survival books are really good, but you need to make sure that you get the books that pertain to your area, because some berries might look different in your area than a different area, and the one that you could be eating is poisonous.
Everything can be done by this ahead of time research and preparation.
Yeah, and that's what it really comes down to, and that's why one of my old favorite TV shows was Doomsday Preppers. Those guys were crazy.
Yeah, you want to know something though? Hey, does it sound like the conspiracy act, man? But I feel like if the government ever got really desperate, they're gonna look at those guys and be like, yo, we can go use them to resupply. Dude, they got some of those guys. No, they made me laugh. You wanna know why? Because they're stocking up all these weapons and everything. And no, you got multiple weapons for each one.
Yep.
And no, some of these guys, no, they had hundreds of guns just for them. And no, it's like, yeah, you have a whole group. And they're like, no. Why do you need that many firearms just for one person? You have two hands. They thought it'd be more reasonable to stock up on more gun parts, replacement parts, and ammo. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. We're getting off topic.
Well, no, we're not really, because if we, fast forward a little bit, we'll recap. But if we get into weaponry, in The Walking Dead, only one person used a melee weapon really.
Well, it depends. No, there's a few people. No, Negan's main weapon now is a baseball bat. Michonne uses a machete for the most part, but neither that, a lot of them eventually, especially now, if you still watch the show, there's no
Nope.
more. There's really no more guns.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
Good.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is any type of apocalyptic situation, not just zombies. You know, how fast ammo's gonna run out.
Oh, super fast.
And I'm
And
gonna tell you right now, reloading benches and everything for all those people. Oh wow, I'm gonna reload ammo. Reloading ammo is not as simple as it sounds. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You need to set up the round. You gotta put the primer in. Some people will be very well equipped for doing it, but neither that, not everyone's gonna be able to do it that fast.
yeah,
Like
and
bullets are gonna run out real fast.
yeah, that's one of the main things because if what would be the best like weapon for the zombie apocalypse? Again, you'd have to watch part one because we're not going to go through and explain every type of zombie. But for The Walking Dead, melee weapon all day.
Depends what type.
Well, that's The Walking Dead.
Well, it's The Walking Dead, but something I always like watching with The Walking Dead is how easy they penetrate a human skull with just a regular knife.
But you gotta think the premise of the zombies.
You know how long
They're
it takes
decaying
bones to decay?
a long time.
It takes a very long time, and no, that even if that's been going on for 20 years, dude, I can take a femur bone of someone that's been decaying for a while and smash someone's head in with it. Trust me. Especially to talk about a human skull, protecting a very important organ.
Yeah,
It's not easy. Now, if they're going for an eye shot, then yes. Or need that from the back of the head going right underneath the spine. You can
yep,
have the thing like that. But they're not doing that. Now, if you're using something like which is actually probably one of the best weapons you can actually use in a zombie apocalypse, classic machete.
classic
It,
machete.
it's got leverage. You want something with some leverage to hit something, or neither that, but one object to fracture and basically damage the brain.
Yep,
But maybe cleaver would work too.
yeah,
Cleaver would work excellently. It's made for chopping through bone. Actually, if you think about it, it's made with leverage to do so. But now taking a regular K-bar fixed blade knife and penetrating through the forehead or something, it's not going to be as easy as they always show it. Just keep that.
yeah. So pretty much when it comes to melee weapons and what one to choose for a zombie apocalypse, you would want something with length.
For an extent, I definitely would say make sure you keep a knife on you in any type of
Oh,
apocalypse.
of course,
Or
because
be me and us always have a knife on you in general on a daily basis.
yeah,
But yeah, that no, something with length. Actually, one weapon I do disagree with, in a lot of cases, believe it or not, is actually the katana.
why?
Believe it or not, katanas do take some caring for.
Yeah,
No, edge weapons. No, people look at well, guns you have to take apart. A katana, it's an amazing sword. I'm not knocking on it, but no, you screw up with it or don't take care of it right, it's gonna rust and it's gonna lose its edge and everything. No, you gotta take care of it. And no, people that use katanas effectively, what do they have that most people usually don't have with a katana?
training.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it would be more reasonable for someone to use a machete, a bat, an axe, or something like that because it's a little bit simpler. But near
Yeah,
that, keep something with range, but keep another knife on you, such as a cave bar, just in case you do have to penetrate like an eye or something, or if
yeah,
you don't have to go through the back.
and
Like,
that will kind of bring up something else to kind of go in with the melee weapon is rule number one: cardio.
yeah, no, you're gonna be swinging a lot, and no,
Yeah,
someone that does have experience with, not saying like an expert or anything, but that does have some experience with training with buddies and stuff. When you start doing a lot of that stuff and start doing some training with it, yeah, you do get tired eventually.
yeah.
Especially if you're dealing with a massive horde of zombies. And now, just to keep in mind, though, exercise definitely comes into a matter because I could imagine what it'd be like to pull something out of someone's skull after you hit them with it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
no, I've cut down trees and stuff and had stuff get stuck in that. And no, you have to pull a little bit, but near that, no, I bet you the human skull's a little bit different.
I mean I've never shoved in his
That's why I know I'm imagining.
can.
I don't know anything about this. I never used any of those ballistic dummies or anything. But yeah, that no. I would imagine no, and also swinging constantly, swinging.
Oh yeah, you'd get tired real fast.
Especially no, adrenaline would definitely be a big help.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, just in general, no, if you're dealing with a big group of zombies, no, if you have the option just to turn around and run, I suggest you just do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely no, don't. There's no reason staying into a fight that you're not gonna win.
Because just like I said in the last episode, if 100 kindergartners came at you, how many are you gonna really take out?
Eventually, no, you're just gonna run, suck it up, and be the man, and just run away from the kindergartners.
Yeah. Like, man, I'm pretty sure if 100 kindergartners came at me, I could take on about 12. But after 12, no. And that's going to be the same way about zombies, Nobody is going to be like, oh, I can kill 100 zombies, no problem.
I think on average, though, but near that with any type of zombie apocalypse, one thing I would definitely do if I get settled or if I have some type of group is probably break out flamethrower and start burning the hordes of them.
Yeah, and so the thing of anything can be flamethrower, like any type of material that is flammable. You can turn into a flamethrower. You just kind of need to know how. And
it's actually pretty simple, but I'm not going to go into details about that.
Google.
No, well, I've actually built one before. I have I'm owner of two of them. One I purchased, one I built. But yeah, that no, it can be very simple. It cost me about $400 to build it. But near that, no, something like that would definitely just keep in mind it probably wouldn't take long, depending on especially dealing with zombies like Walking Dead, which I don't think is likely. But yeah, that something like that would definitely be something for long term, just to make an area more secure. And that goes into shelter, making sure your shelter's secure, making sure you know where you are. And where do you think you would end up? That's like based off your nature, because no, I do live in the city, and no, it's oh, I'll go to the woods and everything. It's not going to be that easy for me.
No, it's not going to be that easy.
No, and no, I know we're primarily talking about zombies, but another thing we need to discuss is people.
Yep.
People, I'm sorry to tell you, zombies are still going to be a threat, but eventually, no, people are going to be the next big threat because people are always the biggest threat.
Because if a zombie apocalypse happens, all governments will eventually collapse. That is a big thing. And because people start dying.
That's when people are really, that's what I love about people that hate cops and everything. That's when they're really going to learn how valuable police officers were.
Yeah, because there's going to be no law and order anymore. So, it's going to be pretty much the purge. Like, you're not safe. Like, so that's where I'm going to get into with guns. If you do have guns, I would not even think about using them on zombies unless if you absolutely have to.
Yeah, the firearms definitely would be more of a last resort for anything.
Oh yes, I would use firearms on people.
If we're talking about this, also, people need to keep in mind what the firearm you're going to carry on you. No, most people always talk trash about caliber size. I'm gonna tell you one thing: there's nothing wrong with a 9mm going through your skull.
Oh no, a gun is a gun.
All your people are, oh no, it's not big enough. Okay, well, if someone has a 9mm, some converted AR to a 9mm round, compared to carrying around a 12 gauge shotgun. But no, I'm not hating on a 12 gauge. I'm a 12 gauge owner. I love shotguns, man.
Oh yeah.
Probably because I'm not that accurate, but but yeah, that no, I think I prefer to carry around a 9mm over the 12 gauge because I'm going to be able to fit more ammo.
Oh yeah,
and you gotta keep that in mind though, because at the same time you're going to want to travel light.
Yep.
Because it's a little bit hard to run when you have over 40 pounds of gear. So some people I see, but that no, the average civilian, military trains their people to carry 40 pounds of gear on them.
So when I was deployed, I had to wear a 50-pound vest.
Ooh.
Yeah, And that's not
It varies, man. Depends
yeah,
what
and that's not including my weapon weight
Yep.
and the weight for my pistol that I was carrying. So I'm not going to go through and say what type of weapons I had,
Yeah,
but
extra weight.
but I'm going to use millennial terms. My primary weapon um, was about 16 to 18 pounds. So that's now I'm at 68 pounds. And then my sidearm, my secondary weapon, um, weighed, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds. And that's sitting right on my hip. And man, I don't know if you ever ran with something, like if you guys know what it's like running with a phone in your pocket and you're just sitting there going like this, and like you can feel it. Imagine that, but with 9 pounds in your pocket, and just how heavy it is, and it's not fun. Like if a zombie apocalypse ever happened, I would carry a pistol and a melee weapon. Like that's it, because I would keep my heavy guns back at the base with somebody watching them, because you never leave your weapons unwatched. Because
Well, who you gonna trust?
you ain't trust.
No. The thing is, no, you're gonna trust people that you watch your firearms.
I mean, if we're all in it together, like Johnny, if I showed up back home one day and I'm like, "Yo, zombie apocalypse about to happen. We need to go." Would you trust me watching your firearms?
Oh no, man.
Ouch.
Apocalypse. Well, another thing though, no, you gotta make sure you keep on the move and everything. Going back to weight and everything. No, like I say, you don't want to get skin off topic and everything. But yeah, that no, you've been hiking with me.
Yep.
What do I usually? Usually, do I carry a lot of gear with me when I go hiking?
No, I think when we went hiking, we carried not enough water.
Well,
Um,
that's a different time. That was a mistake both of us made, and no, you decided to go off trail. That was your fault. You gotta remember that you went off
hey,
trail, and I didn't even notice it. But near that, no, that time I also was out of shape, so let's not even talk about it.
hey,
But
we're alive. Okay, that's all that matters.
near that, no. Well, and actually, no, I think I ended up having to teach you how to filter out some water too.
No, we didn't filter it out because it was running downhill through
No,
rocks.
that was a puddle, dude. You took it out of a puddle.
Oh,
It was a dry ass day. Luckily, it did start raining towards the end of the day. But near that, no, I've always traveled pretty light.
yeah.
Uh, I'm actually pretty well equipped as long as I have a knife on me. But near that, no, making sure you have a weapon and everything, no, making sure you're going up against like any zombies and people. And I can't stress that enough when people are talking about survival. No, people are a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that's the main accurate thing about The Walking Dead, actually, is that people are a threat.
Yeah.
They're gonna, people know, especially when you get desperate, no, you ain't gonna get mercy from a desperate man.
Nope.
Especially if they're trying to provide for their family. They're probably doing something they don't want to do, but they have no choice.
And that's what it's going to come down to in the zombie apocalypse is you're going to have to do something that is against all your morals, but you're going to have to do it to survive.
Now, what's one thing that no you think is going to be very difficult to you, but no, like if this situation actually happened, what's going to be very difficult for you to stomach that no, you may have to do?
It would be taking another human life if I have to. That would be
Want to know what one of my issues is really going to be? I'm a
what?
pet owner.
Yes. That's another thing. What are you going to do with your pets? Like,
Now, in my household, man, no, I got 2 dogs. I have a cat, a gerbil, 2 bearded dragons, and 2 ferrets.
mm-hmm.
And no, I know some people may not value fish, but there's 3 fish tanks here. No, fish are animals too. I don't care what.
Fish are friends, not food.
But near that, no. My main issue is that no, I'm gonna be sitting there looking at my survival. How the hell am I going? No, for one, no, I like to tell myself, oh, I'm gonna stay in my house. I'm gonna run out of food. There's gonna be raiders everywhere. There's gonna be zombies. I live in the middle of the city,
Yeah.
and I live close to a school of all things.
And this actually leads us into one of the next things is location. So if you live in the country and you know how to like survive on your own because you grow food, you have animals, kudos on you. Stay out there. Don't be stupid. Don't go to a city. You are probably more safe than people in the city. You are way more safe than people
Well,
in the
the
city.
thing is that no, so any type of virus, just the further you are away from people, the
Yeah,
safer you are. That's with any virus.
yeah,
No, so you're going to want, and also there's going to be less people, so there's going to be less people trying to kill you. But you also need to remember when you're in the country or something like that, people are going to be coming towards you because a lot of people are going to have the same idea.
yeah. But you will have the advantage of being more prepped. That's the thing.
But no, I'm just saying, no, so that this also means no transportation.
Mm-hmm. Because gas will run out.
Well, gas is going to run out, but trying to leave the city, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Oh yeah, we've all seen the zombie movies where people go to
You see when
leave.
people panic.
Yeah,
People do not think at all. You want to know something? I believe if this actually happened, at first the safest thing you could do is actually stay at your home for a few days and then leave.
yep,
No, and that's I'm not talking about people that are in the city. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you got farmland and everything. No, I honestly think you just fortify it, set up watches for people and zombies. But
mm-hmm.
no, it just basically use your brain.
Yeah, and that's what like a lot of zombies movies teach us without like actually saying it. And everybody panics. Everybody tries to leave at the same time. Nobody's organized, and that's where preparation comes in handy, because truthfully, if you can make it through probably the first month of not being able to leave your house and you have enough rations to last at least a month, you might be okay to then go out
But also,
carefully and
also
look for food.
though, if you do have food and you have rations about a month into, I can tell you right now, people are going to start taking from each other within the first couple of days, probably first couple of hours.
Oh yeah, because as soon
Oh
as the
no,
government,
keep that in mind. Especially, I'm going to tell you right now, this even in today's society, if someone try to break into my house and is trying to do anything, I'm going to take your ass out.
well
That's
yeah,
just
because then that
that's
comes
just the
down
basic
to
nature for me. But neither that, no. So definitely keep that in mind. And no, when I think about people trying to take stuff, no, I'm talking about probably gangs of raiders, basically.
oh yeah,
No, I, I'm pretty well equipped in my home. I'm probably taking out quite a few of these guys, but now it's just gonna keep getting bigger. And no, any type of commotion like that, any type of altercation, it's gonna cause noise, and noise attracts our little friends that want to eat you.
yeah. So then that's what it comes down to. So personally, like I said, if you are one of those people that are always like, I want to prep, but I don't even know where to start, I would start with, you can buy boxes of MREs on Amazon, and like I said, they're not bad. Like when shit hits the fan, you're going to not care what food tastes like.
Well, you could be amazed. Is another thing I also want to go through is that no, especially people with medical issues, they need to assess their situation even more than others.
Mm-hmm.
If you need medication, right now, no. If I was someone that who had like a need medication to survive, and I knew something was coming, I'd probably end up becoming a criminal right before shit hits the fan because I'd end up raiding a fucking pharmacy or something just to get my medication.
And that actually leads into the next part, um, that I wanted to talk about eventually is if if you need medicine, or if you want to be able to stock up on stuff that won't go bad as quickly. Um, so even like ibuprofen, it goes bad.
Well, yeah, everything has an expiration date.
Everything has an expiration date. But
People people need to keep in mind what can be used as natural remedies.
yeah,
No, and
essential oils.
unfortunately, no. When you look at natural remedies, a lot of these natural remedies can also be foreign.
Yep.
One of the best natural remedies, for home remedies or whatever you want to call it, is actually probably honey.
Yes.
Honey is very good for your digestive system. It supports your So actually, I believe it supports respiratory system too as well. So it definitely does help you with some things. But yeah, that herbal teas are also very well. Even coffee can actually support your health very well if you're not abusing it.
Mm-hmm. And that type of stuff, it doesn't go that fast. Um, but like the main thing that will get a lot of people is running out of electricity.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll
And
be okay with that.
like so to kind of keep my tea a little bit fresher, I keep it in the freezer.
Yeah.
But after a while, I won't have electricity. I don't care. I don't care what you have for electricity. Eventually, it will stop working because
Well, unless you have solar panels.
they will stop working eventually. If
Or
there's nobody
if
there to
you
maintain it,
if you know to maintain them, it may not. But also, if you have solar panels, for those people with solar panels out there, one, I'm hoping you're also thinking. But people who see solar panels, they're going to be like, hey, electricity again.
yeah.
It's going to be an attraction. So once again, get ready to defend your home, your family, your supplies, and yourself.
So one of the main things that I would recommend that people like do is learn how to garden, learn how to compost,
Yep.
and pretty much learn just simple stuff that we kind of got away from as society.
Also,
Go ahead.
no, I just want to add, sorry for interrupting, but basically when it comes to this, I also want to say people need to study nutrition.
Yes, nutrition is very important when it comes to the zombie apocalypse because if you're not getting the right type of
Vitamins, anything.
vitamins and nutrients, you're not going to last long. And there's you might be able to find a Walgreens that wasn't fully rated. And like the people who like raid first aren't going to be smart. They're just going to go in there and grab all the food. And
You're gonna want to grab anything though. I believe now, and also with the panic now, this is another thing now. Going, believe it or not, going out and raiding, just trying to go to a store and buying as much stuff may not even be a good idea. You want to know why? Because people in panic, they're gonna clutter. How do you think this virus is gonna spread?
by
Through the act of panicking, is just going to make everything worse. That's why when something does happen, what does the government tell you to do? Stay home.
mm-hmm. Hey Johnny, real quick, we're going to take a real quick break. I need to go do something real quick.
Uh,
But real quick break, and we will continue this conversation. All right, guys, welcome back after that very quick break. No words from sponsors because I'm not sponsored, but, quick break. Everybody likes them. Anyways, so we were just talking about mass panic, raiding Walgreens, getting nutritions that you need, vitamins, and like we were saying, when people go into these mass panics and start raiding stores, they won't be thinking about nutritions and stuff. They'll just be thinking about get food, get water.
Water and bread are probably the first things that are gone.
Yeah, yep, and alcohol. You need plenty of alcohol to survive the zombie apocalypse.
I will say one thing though, if no alcohol in general, I think if society did start rebuilding itself, it wouldn't be too bad to have some alcohol. You wanna know why?
Why
Trade
is
it.
that?
Barter.
Why?
Barter.
Oh, barter. Yeah, barter.
Trading something like that. We talk about alcohol in general, and I know people actually make their own type of stuff and everything. Be very good. So no, I definitely don't say that would be one of the things. Like yeah, no, pop does happen. Just going to the liquor store. I definitely don't say that. But neither that, no. Just keep in mind of what you grab. But neither that, basically everything that's still going to be useful is going to have some type of value to it.
Yep. And but like where I was getting with that, even after all the first wave of people go through,
So,
and a lot of them, there's gonna be a lot of good stuff left over. So like your vitamins that you need, look at that. I bet you they would still be there because people don't think about it at first. They just think about food and water.
I'd stock up on this Flintstone vitamin bath.
Flintstone gummies.
I would just stock up on those damn things.
Yep. I would not suggest one a days for men because they're not just one a day. You have to take two. False advertisement. You have to take two of those things a day. But you have to take it once. So I guess it's really not that false. But
Well, I know something. As long as you're getting all those vitamins, that all the stuff that's in that, at least on a daily basis, with some food, some protein, some carbohydrates.
hmm for those of you who don't know, learn how to fish.
It's pretty simple.
It is very simple.
Hunting is a little bit more complicated, but trust me, eventually you're going to learn to become very patient.
And that's where the survival guide comes in. It teaches you about different footprints to be able to track, learn how to track. I don't know if it has scratch and
So-
stickers for different types of poop, but you'll figure it out.
One thing I do want to go over is what do you think is going to be the likability of vegans and vegetarians making through this? Because they have a very different lifestyle, and humans evolved to eat meat for a reason.
Yeah, and that you
I
can
could
only
see
eat so
them
much farm crap.
surviving if they're somewhere where you can grow something year round, but no, you can't always do that, especially if you're in a colder region such as me.
Yeah, like if you're like anywhere in the north, like even Illinois, it's in the Midwest, but it's like northern Midwest.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm in Illinois because that my page says I'm in St. Louis, but I'm really in Illinois. But it gets cold here. It gets really cold, so you can't grow stuff year round, and that's why it's good to learn how to compost, so you can grow stuff indoors. And part of that you will need to learn how to start a fire.
Pretty easy.
It is pretty easy. You can buy survival kits. I actually have this right here. I actually have a survival knife. There's rope to it. I just haven't put the rope on it yet. Right, it's a knife, but it comes with flint. It's stuck because I haven't took it out. Here it is.
Oh yeah, I have quite a few flints. No, but I needed that. No, even get waterproof matches and everything.
Yep.
Bic lighters actually last a really long time if you're not using them. So those work.
I would recommend. I would not recommend a Zippo because they dry out.
Yeah, no, I still carry Zippo on me, and I don't smoke. But neither that, no. Bic lighters, I have one that I haven't used it very much. It probably hasn't maybe that much fluid in it now. But neither that, I've had it since 8th grade.
Yeah,
It's still going on now. I've been out of school for almost 4 years now, and no, it's still the thing still works. So Bic lighters definitely something. Just kind of keep some source of being able to start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing about talk about fires and everything. Keep in mind, a fire might be essential to stay warm, but on top of that, it can also give away position.
Yes, but you can go old school and learn communication with smoke.
Yeah, you could do that. But still, no, I'm just saying that because if you are in a cold region, no, and this definitely would. One, I definitely don't suggest being alone 100% of the time. Unless you've always been a loner. No, if you've always been a loner, that might just end up being you. But any of that, no. If you are with people, no, and you're in a situation where there's someone after you or something after you, to be honest with you, you may just have to huddle together to stay warm through some type of situation. And
Yeah,
that's a survival technique that people kind of forget about.
Yeah, and actually, penguins do it. They huddle for warmth, and that is also something you can do. But also with the part of traveling light, if you live in a colder, like where it gets cold, it's harder because when it gets hot, it you can only take so much off. But when it gets cold, You can just keep putting layers on. Yeah, you'll look like what's his name from A Christmas Story. I forget his name.
I don't know what the hell's name is.
Yeah,
No, I
you
get
know,
what you're saying, especially someone who grew up in the cold. No.
yeah,
Yeah, but neither that, no, any type of storm that you're going to do. Basically, what this comes out to, what you're going to carry on you is going to come out where you live and what you need to have on you where you live.
yes,
You have to keep knowledge what's going on. Like if you're in Florida and you're staying in Florida, you have to keep in mind no hurricane's going to be coming.
yep.
Now,
And you won't know because there will be no news to tell you.
if you're in the New England, no, you're up north somewhere, you have to keep in mind, no, we have nasty snowstorms.
Yep.
No, near that, no, you can get hit with an ice storm, which is even worse.
If you're in the Midwest like myself, tornadoes, even though you can kind of tell when a tornado is coming, but you won't know until a couple minutes before. But
At least something you gotta keep in mind if you're dealing with, depending on what type of zombie you're dealing with, if they still are kind of functional living things, and even people who might be wanting to kill you, hurt you, take what you have. You get hit by a snowstorm, at least you're probably not gonna have to worry about them as much.
yeah,
As no, even it doesn't matter what type of zombie you are, you're gonna get slowed down by this. And if you're a person though that wants to kill and take something from someone, you're probably gonna stop that pursuit based off the fact that no, you're gonna freeze to death trying to do it.
yeah. I mean, I know for a fact that man, I've been to the north. I've been to Wisconsin when it snowed. Man, if there's 6, 7 feet of snow out there, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you're gonna be hiding.
Yeah.
I think one of the best situations though that you could probably use if you desperately want, because I have a feeling though you probably would. In this type of situation, I would want to keep moving for
Mm-hmm.
at least a couple of years. And so eventually, what I would do is that I would probably build up a pattern and I would stash things. No, yes, I'm risking someone finding my stash, but neither that, no, I might have to because I'm always going to want to travel light. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big guy. No, I won't be able to carry as much. I definitely know that. No, people probably say, "Oh, well, bulk up." That's not as easy as it says done. And now,
Especially if you don't have the nutrition to do it.
yeah, no, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are going to start losing weight in
Yeah.
this situation.
Yeah.
But
Look, I don't have that much weight to lose.
yeah, yeah, no, and that definitely no people, skinnier people like us, no, we have to keep an eye on that because we have a higher metabolism.
Yep.
So no, we actually, believe it or not, we may actually have to eat more than most people.
Yep.
So, but neither that, no, if you could process your food and learn, no, your body will adapt justly. Just like I believe a lot of health problems would actually cease to exist in this type of issue. You want to know why?
What is that?
Because they're going to be getting plenty of exercise.
Yep.
And on top of that, no, we're not going to be eating all this trashy preservative food.
Maybe. So.
Rations run out, man. Well, after you run out, after you go raid the Hanfords or whatever, after man, eventually those are going to run out. Especially if you're with a big group of people.
No, man. See, that's where people are wrong. You don't rob Hannaford's first. You go to McDonald's. So.
Dude.
So I
You're
watched.
like all bloated, man. You're just like fattening yourself up for the damn zombies.
So I was watching the
They
news the
work
other day.
there. I know what they do.
So I was watching the news the other day, and this guy has I think it was like a 33-year-old hamburger from McDonald's, and it didn't have any mold on it. Like even the bread had no. It still had the pickles on it.
Dude. This civilization, this garbage, this on that. This is the reason why there's so many medical issues.
Because we can eat hamburgers that will last 33 years old for 33 years without getting any mold or anything on it.
Trust me, no, because no, I have a hard time eating regular red meat that you buy at the store. I was up at hanging out with my uncle who would. This is a guy that definitely would survive this situation. I'll tell you that right now. He's a hunter. Dude, he made me venison tacos.
That sounds so good.
But yeah, that dude, I had no issues eating it. I didn't take any medicine. That no, usually because I have some acid reflux issues. Not a single issue with it eating it. I'm just sitting there going, dude, I'm like, what the hell are they putting in our modern day food that just makes me have to go to the damn doctor for all my problems? So I guarantee you, any type of issue that I have will go away as soon as this happens. And on top of that, I'll be thinking about bigger issues. One, getting eaten. Two, getting shot and raided.
Yep. That.
Those things now are going to keep me up now. Make sure I'm getting plenty of exercise, intelligence now. But neither that, no, I'm going to be eating cleaner if I can actually find food. But neither that, no, this learning everything. And believe it or not, just doing those simple things right there is probably what's going to kill people, most people, because they
Mm-hmm.
don't know anything how to do it. Because people are so associated with using social media for everything, so they have no survival skills.
So, Johnny, we're going to have to wrap this up. So, what would be your ideal situation, like survival situation for the viewers? What would they have to do to survive a zombie apocalypse? Would it even be possible?
But just for the main person, the average guy.
Yeah, for an average Joe.
Well, no, obviously, no. We went over the basics. No, no food, water, shelter, and weaponry. And overall, making sure you travel light. It's more difficult than what it sounds, but near that, no. If you stick to those, use intelligence. Don't be too trusting of anyone. Always make sure you keep an eye on them, and just learning about your enemy, what wants to kill you. And that's, no, you just gotta need to keep a sharp eye and make sure you take care of yourself at the same time. And this may be the hardest part about it, but on top of that, no, becoming heartless at times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a very difficult part. That part that'd be a very difficult thing for me.
Yep.
It especially living in today's society, seeing people that you see on a constant basis. No, I think one thing that would definitely kill most people is the fact that someone that they love could get infected,
Yep.
and no, they're gonna have to put them down. I think that right there would mentally break down. For example, no, you have played The Last of Us.
Yes.
No, the part where that guy has to kill his brother,
Yep.
little brother, then he kills himself. I think that may be an issue, and that's definitely no. So it's going to take physical conditioning and mental conditioning.
Yes.
And always remember with this and in survival, it's going to be a lot of desperate people. You do not get mercy from a desperate person.
You do not.
But no, it's definitely going to depend on any type of situation that happens. Now, we're talking about something that may never happen, but if it does happen, I believe things will fall faster than what we think now, because people think that we're prepared for it because we have so many movies and everything. But I don't think it would be anything like any of these movies. I think it would actually be worse.
I
It's
see
going
that.
to develop differently, and I think if something type of virus, you gotta think we've had scientists weaponize viruses that have come out and made it even more deadly.
Yep.
So I think if a zombie apocalypse actually happens, it wouldn't be something from nature. It's going to be something from us, and it's probably going to be originally some type of bioweapon that someone gets infected with it. And the person that gets infected with it is probably going to be the one that spreads it. And this is going to lead back to greed.
Yep.
Somebody, I didn't want. No, I'm fine. I didn't admit it. No, doesn't want to give up. So no, he's going to risk sacrificing the entire human race for it. But overall, no, if you stick to food, shelter, now, traveling light and weaponry and thus paying attention, I think most people will do fine. Yeah, but no, the average person that says they're going to survive it, hate to break it to you, if they're not. Most of this society is probably going to be wiped out probably within a month if something like this actually happens.
Yeah, I see that.
No, we're very compact. We're very tight with each other. No, we're very close to each other, and a lot of people that may even be equipped to actually survive on the woods, they're gonna probably may just run into the situation. They may not. They might be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta think. Now this could be something that could just happen in the blink of an eye, and next thing you know, you're actually just at like a store that's doing shopping, not expecting this to happen. You don't have any of your gear on you. You're not prepared. Not everyone carries a gun on them.
Nope.
No, I don't carry a firearm. Do you?
No.
No. No, I carry knives on me.
Yep.
A pocket knife's only going to get you so far.
That is very true.
But neither
Now
that,
you
no,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, it's going to take intelligence and acceptance,
Yeah.
and that's a very difficult thing. It's easier said than done.
It is very true. It is very more easier said than done. But you talked a lot about in the moment or post post zombie apocalypse, like, after everything happens. Um for those of you like me who always just like to be prepared, um the best advice I can give you again is, of course, going out, getting books for survival. Um there's books that teach you how to build shelters, even in cold climates. They teach you how to do what's it called? A
Look,
Yeah, igloo. They teach you how to do igloos and make igloos. You can put a fire in an igloo if you build
yeah,
it properly.
if you do it right, yeah.
But they teach you how to build a bunch of different uh, shelters, how to fish, how to make fire, how to hunt. And there's this really good book. It's kind of more military, but it does have a lot of good information in it for survival, and it's called the Ranger Handbook. Um, you can buy it, or you can find a PDF file of it. It's made by the U.S. Army, so there is a lot of military stuff in it.
Won't
But
hurt to know in that type of situation anyway.
what was it?
That wouldn't hurt to know in that type of situation anyway.
Exactly.
You're going to be
Um,
people that may end up in a firefight that know nothing about being in a firefight.
I would definitely read read a lot of books. Um, and I'm not talking about just like any old books. I'm talking about survival books. Even even books like The Art of War, stuff that teach you how to lead, stuff that teaches you about other human instincts. That would be one of my main goals, is knowing how other people would act and how to react to it, or even be prepared to act. Um, I'm I don't like being reactive. I like being preactive. That's always me. Um, so that would be my advice to you, is to be able to do both. Uh, Books would be a great way for it, and I would suggest going out and buying books and not relying on your Kindle or your Nook
Yeah,
to,
batteries die.
yeah, batteries die.
I think
But go ahead.
no, we keep on going. Keep on
Oh,
finish.
I was gonna say, but besides that, I think it would be possible to survive a zombie apocalypse if it does happen. It was just not everybody would. Um, if you are traveling in a group and you can only survive with only a few people left, if you're a male, keep a female. If you're a female, keep a male, because human life needs to prevail. And
Basically, all civilization will probably come to a crumbling halt. I definitely tell you that.
yeah,
Before we go, before we wrap this up, I do want to take in the fact, because we did talk about in this moment, as you said, and we talked about basically after the after effects of dealing with people. But also, I want to talk about really quick, go over warning signs.
go on.
No, there's going to be warning signs, just by watching the news if something bad's about to happen. No, I'm going to tell you right now, if something like this started happening, something I definitely could see the military or any of that, no, that's the government doing, is actually declare martial law
Yes.
at first, but no, that's going to be a different situation. But near that, no, you're going to see something like this spread very fast. Probably something like this will probably spread within probably about a week, I would imagine,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be unpredictable. Who would think about zombies? Who'd expect that?
Well,
I'm
apparently we are, because we're talking about
Yeah, no, hey, you want to
it.
know something? No, man, we got the coronavirus and everything going back. We're thinking about little coughs and stuff. I'm not thinking about somebody trying to tear somebody's finger off their mouth or something like that.
Yeah.
No. So no, keep out for warning signs about stuff like that. Any type of virus. You know, just talk about zombies, but neither that. No,
Hmm.
there will be warning signs. If there's an increase, people getting sick. There's just things that are happening that are unexplained. Now, just kind of keep a close eye on these things. Now, basically, no, be vigilant.
Yes.
No, and this could help you prepare. No, there's been situations that I've been in that no, I've left before something bad actually happened. Because no, a
Be
lot of
vigilant.
times now I can sense when something bad's about to happen, and just be prepared.
Yeah.
And no, there's not much more to say about it because no, we're actually not in that situation.
We are
I,
not.
I
Thank
do
God.
I do will say there actually are books about zombie apocalypse. No, there's some the World War Z book, not the movie. I hated the movie. I don't even want to touch it. But World War Z book, I forget what his name was, but he also wrote a book that's also called The Zombie Survival Guide. But no, if you look up those books, Zombie Survival Guide is an interesting read in general. It's really fun. You've got zombies. No, it's fun. Unless it actually happens. But but neither that. No, keep that in mind. No, and just check out this guy because the guy has actually gone to schools and gone up on stage and actually discussed this.
Yeah.
He's out there taking out weapons and everything, talking about hunting, talking about these issues, and I believe he actually does cover over dealing with humans.
Yeah.
But
And one thing that we did not talk about that when I don't really want to like expand on it, but remember ham radios exist. You can use a car battery to work them. As soon as something like this happens, telephone's going to go down. You're going to need communication. Ham radios.
keep
Right
an eye, and also just for people know, you brought up a battery. There are batteries that do last quite some time,
there.
so
Mm-hmm.
people just make sure they don't get wet, so you can have them for a time period. But neither that, no. When it comes to this type of situation, if you actually have the resources to be buying things and everything, buy some low tech stuff for lighting, anything like that. Now, kerosene lanterns are great. Just buy all that type of stuff. Low tech things, no,
Yep.
stash it. Just it. Basically, no, it's better to have it. No, just in case. But no, that's basically all I got on this subject.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Johnny, thank you so much for joining me on these 2 episodes. I always love having you on the show. It's always a great time.
Pleasure.
Always learn something. And I learned today that we could probably survive a zombie apocalypse.
Don't say that, man. You might be one of those guys.
I wasn't talking about us. I was talking about humanity.
I'm not sure there's much humanity left in the human race, but okay.
Johnny, thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, remember, if you like my video, make sure you like it. If you have any thoughts, comments about the subject, if you think I'm a total idiot, let me know. I love reading comments. It's makes my day. For my next episode, if you guys want to hear something specific, let me know. I love doing research. I'll look anything up, and I will talk about anything. That is my show. Let me ask you this: a podcast about anything. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. I'm now on Twitter at let underscore me underscore this because let me ask you this was taken. Don't know why, but it was. So, guys, have a wonderful evening, day, whenever you're listening to this. And Johnny, thank you again.
Good night, man.
Yeah, you too.